It's over. It was over 3 weeks ago when the entire country rejected identity politics. It was over 3 weeks ago when America rejected incompetence. America decided that we did not want the leader of the cackling choir to continue her lifelong dream of destroying the country. It was over just after midnight on November the 6th when mainstream media finally caught up with independent content creators and announced the Trumper as the winner of the election. But some might make the case that finality on November 6th, that finality was just temporary. Even though she was destroyed in a landslide, some might make the case that cackling Cam Harris could return in 2028 and make another run at the White House. They could blame her loss on Johnny B. Biden. They could claim that America didn't have enough time to laugh in unison with cackling Cam. Whatever excuse that you want to create, you could come up with something to convince yourself that the political career of Cam Harris was not over. Until now. Like I told you guys leading up to the election, I think Cam Harris was intentionally sabotaged. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying that Cam had a chance to beat the Trumper if she was not sabotaged. Outside of Cam receiving an endorsement from Jesus, there was no way that she was winning this election. Now, knowing Cam, she probably tried to pay for his endorsement, but Jesus just doesn't strike me as someone who can be paid off. Even if she wasn't sabotaged, cackling Cam, she was not going to win this election. But I had this suspicion for weeks leading up to the election that deacons at Woke United Methodists were intentionally sabotaging the unlovable laugher. Billy Clinton, Barry Obama, they were making mistakes on the campaign trail that we have never seen them make before. Talking about two of the most polished, two of the best public speakers of this generation, intentionally pissing people off. Or, in the case of Bill Clinton, subtly throwing Cam under the bruise caboose. Timmy Walz being selected as vice president, which I believe played a critical role in Cam losing this election. After the election, it was reported that Josh Shapiro was Cam's first choice, but he declined. Now, I am no expert in politics, but how often do we see a politician decline the second most powerful position in the world? There were just a lot of things that made it seem like Cam was being sabotaged. And look. If that's what happened, I don't blame the Democrats. Hell, I wouldn't want to spend the next 8 years dealing with Cam Harris either. But after seeing the video that Cam released yesterday, there is not a doubt in my mind, the presidential aspirations of Cam Harris, they are officially over. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. My everyday viewers and subscribers, stay tuned through the end of this video. I don't know yet if I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow, so just in case, I'm going to do my Thanksgiving message at the end of this video. Last night, one of my longtime viewers sent me this video of Cam Harris. Now, to my knowledge, this was the first time that Cam Harris has spoken about the election since she suffered that surprising upset loss. You know, our media is so full of shit. Some of the media were pretending to be surprised when the Trumper swept the entire country, but the New York Post published a report this afternoon claiming that Cam's internal polling never showed her leading the Trumper. All those segments, all those interviews with the media claiming that Cam was leading the Trumper, all of that was complete bullshit. Yesterday afternoon, Cam released a 30-second video on social media addressing the nation. This was the first time that Cam has been seen in weeks. Her face wasn't on the side of a milk carton just yet, but it was getting close to that point. No one knows where in the hell Cam's been. Some claim that Cam has been vacationing in Hawaii. Perhaps she's been in Hawaii to study global warming. Why is it so hot here? It's late November. The weather is supposed to be cold. This must be climate change. Maybe Cam took some time to relax by swimming with the dolphins. I'm sure she got on her climate-friendly broom and flew from island to island. Wherever Cam has been the past 3 weeks, I know one place that she hasn't been. She has not been in the headlines. But yesterday afternoon, cackling Cam Harris, she finally broke her silence. She released a video on social media delivering a short, passionate lecture to the half-dozen family members who still believe in her. As I was watching this video, I noticed an overwhelming change in demeanor with Cam Harris. For the last 4 or 5, maybe even 6 years, every time I saw Cam Harris, she had a fake smile along with a painfully inauthentic giggle. You could say hello to Cam Harris and she would just burst out laughing. Hey there, Cam! But in this particular video, Cam managed to go through a half a minute without cracking a smile. Matter of fact, the sentiment of the entire video, it felt very dark. It was damn near creepy. For starters, I was struggling to understand what the hell Cam was talking about. Several times during the video, she demands that we not allow our power to be taken away from us. I didn't know that anyone was trying to take away our power. Matter of fact, I think most of the country is feeling empowered for the first time in 4 years. I rarely give Cam Harris credit for anything, but one thing I have always complimented Cam Harris on is her appearance. Cam does not look like she is 60 years old, but in this video, Cam looked every bit of those 60 years. She looked tired, she looked exhausted, which doesn't make sense because she has been relaxing for the last 3 weeks, but watch it for yourself.
Don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th. And you have the same purpose that you did. And you have the same ability to engage and inspire. So don't ever let anybody or any circumstance take your power from you.
You see what I'm talking about? Cam looks like she has aged 60 years in the last 3 weeks. Now, there's been a lot of speculation as to the cognitive condition of Cam Harris in that clip. Some in conservative media are claiming that Cam Harris was drunk when she filmed that video. Whether or not that's true, I don't know, but I will say this. I never considered myself an alcoholic, but there was a period of years when I drank too much, mainly during the last few years that I was working because I was just so miserable at my job. I think I was drinking at the time to escape. One thing I always noticed when I was drinking was the bags under my eyes, the same bags that you just saw in that clip with Cam Harris. It didn't matter how much I slept, I could never get rid of those damn bags. So, take that for what it's worth. I'll let you decide for yourself whether Cam was under the influence or whether she was hungover. My thing is, who allowed that video to be released? I highly doubt that Cam Harris recorded and uploaded that video herself, so who allowed this to happen? This goes back to the same thing that I said at the beginning of the video and the same thing that I said leading up to the election. It seems like Cam Harris is being sabotaged by her own people. And look, maybe she knows it. Maybe that's why Cam looks so exhausted. Maybe that's why Cam looks so defeated. I don't know. What I do know, the political career of Cam Harris, at least on a national level, it is over. Before I get out of here, I wanted to take a second to wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. I don't know yet if I'm going to be here tomorrow. Hell, maybe I'll take the rest of the week off. Not sure yet, but I highly doubt it. More than likely, I'll be back on Friday, but I wanted to take a second to thank you guys for your support. It has been another amazing year here on the channel. Somehow, the channel continues to double in size every year. 2 years ago, we had 25,000 subscribers. This time last year, we had around 65,000. Today, I think it's over 126,000. To be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure. Once we passed 100,000 subscribers, I stopped looking at the number every morning. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your continued support. I feel so incredibly blessed because I get to wake up every morning and do this. It's one of the reasons that I get so pissed off and aggravated with players in the NBA. NBA players are paid tens of millions of dollars to play basketball. Keyword, play. I look at YouTube the same way. Now, obviously, I am not making anywhere close to that kind of money, but I'm doing well. But just like NBA players, I am being paid every day to play. My dad jokes around with me all the time about not having a real job. You don't know what work is, son. You sit on that computer and talk shit every day. That's not work. Even though he's joking around, my dad's right. This is the best job in the world. No stress, no schedule, no boss, no uniform. I wear flip-flops and sweatpants and a hat every day to work. Most days, you guys take care of the topics for me because you email me suggestions of what you want me to talk about. All I gotta do is spice it up and make it entertaining, which is easy, at least for me. The reason I get so pissed off with NBA players is because they take their privilege, for lack of a better word, they take their privilege for granted. I have been doing this full time for almost 4 years now. There is not a day that goes by where I take it for granted. More importantly, there's not a day that goes by where I take you for granted. I wake up every morning with the mentality that this could all disappear tomorrow. You could get tired of my voice. You could get tired of my face. My views could go from millions to zero just like that. It's why I rarely miss days here on YouTube. My mentality is if you're going to watch, the least I can do is show up to work. Thanks to you guys, I get to literally live my dream every day. When I had a job, I used to lay in bed at night not being able to sleep, dreading to have to wake up and go to work the next day. On those sleepless nights, there would always be this Eminem line in my head playing over and over. In his song 8 Mile, which was the best song on the 8 Mile soundtrack, and I think it's the best song that Eminem's ever made. But there's a line in the second verse of the song that says, "Please, I'm begging you, God, please don't let me be pigeonholed in no regular job." That line would play in my head over and over and over. And thanks to you guys, God answered my prayer. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate it. Without you, I am not here. Without you, I am heading to McDonald's with Cam Harris to fill out a job application. You have given me a life that I used to dream about. People always ask what you're thankful for on Thanksgiving. I am thankful for you guys. Enjoy your day tomorrow. I might see you tomorrow morning. If not, I will see you on Friday.